A new state hazard response team has been ordered and set in place by Governor Ricketts. At a news conference this morning, the governor discussed how this new team will act as an extra support system for local authorities. 3 News Now reporter Alyssa Curtis has more about the plan that has been in the works for years.
For the first time in the state's history, special identified teams will be able to aid local authorities in responding to hazards. Governor Ricketts has announced the Incident Management Team, which will serve as an additional support system to local authorities. Local authorities will continue to be the first ones to respond to any hazard, but if the threat is bigger than what they can contain, that's when local teams will be able to call for backup.
A capacity we have not had before in the state that will help us really fill in the gap for those emergencies when managing the emergency is going to be bigger than the local resources can handle.
Governor Ricketts and General Bohack said the IMT is not intended to take over hazard management, but rather be an additional support system. The IMT will be able to respond to all hazards, including fires and floods. Those on the IMT will have gone through extensive training, which for some positions can take up to 2 to 3 years. Members will be trained to respond to a specific hazard. When called in, a team of about 8 members will be sent to the location with a response time of 8 to 12 hours.
We're more of a pickup game, and instead of bringing a team in, we bring 1 or 2 people depending on the needs presenting.
The team will be in constant contact with local authorities in order to be ready if they need to be called in.
This gives locals great confidence that they have another ability in the state to rely upon.
Governor Ricketts said the plan for the IMT began after the 2012 wildfires, which burned more than 500,000 acres. General Bohack said managing hazards will be a combined effort.
This is about Nebraskans helping Nebraskans, and that's what makes it even more important, I think.
In Omaha, Alyssa Curtis, 3 News Now.
Prior to the incident management team, if local authorities were not able to contain a hazard, they would have to look to the federal level for help. Governor Ricketts says now the IMT will be that middle step. Nebraska's Commissioner of Education, Matthew Bloomstead, was also at the governor's news conference today. He addressed COVID-19 and schools. He said this year is going to take a lot of bravery and decisiveness. Bloomstead said Nebraska is in line with the amount of students nationally doing in-person learning. He said it's about maintaining safety for all and the quality of education.
Now, we've certainly seen a few cases of positive cases end up in schools, and there's a protocol and a process that was agreed to, that was set into place. And by following those protocols, we believe we can continue to have a successful school year.
He reminded parents that if your student is not feeling well or is showing signs of COVID, to keep them home, not send them to school. That advisory is extended to school employees as well.